When we do go out, there are things that we can do to protect ourselves. And the masks are really a good thing if everybody wears them. It's really more about protecting others from us. When we're not taking care of patients in the healthcare setting, it's really about protecting others from us. And if we all protect others from us, then we're also protecting ourselves.
That's right, folks. Wearing a mask is one of the best ways to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Wearing a mask doesn't just protect yourself, it protects everyone around you. Some businesses may be reopening, but the number of cases in Mississippi is not declining. Dr. Lachel Story, the rising dean of the College of Nursing and Health Professions at USM, says to stay home.
Well, first of all, obviously staying home is really important, and only getting out when you really need to, and really kind of thinking about that risk. Obviously we do have to get out for certain things, medicine and food, and maybe even to check on those that we care about, but we really need to really think about whether or not this trip out is really essential and important.
Governor Tate Reeves replaced the shelter-in-place order with a safer-at-home order last week. Since then, the Mississippi State Department of Health says cases are still being identified every day. Today alone, 109 more cases were reported in the state. Reeves defended his decision to ease up on social distancing rules on Fox News Sunday, saying the rise in new cases was only a blip in research, suggesting that waiting for a 2-week decline in cases doesn't work for some states. While you may be tempted to return to normal life, things are not over yet. Protecting yourself and others is still important.
And we do know that COVID and similar viruses can spread up to 3 to 6 feet from the individual, even just from normal conversation and breathing. And so when we do filter that out going out, it really dramatically decreases the risk that we do to other people. Now, the other thing that's going to be really important is really being very mindful about the surfaces you touch and what you touch. I know something that I've started doing is carrying around Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes in a little baggie. And I use those to touch things like doors to the freezer at Walmart or at the grocery store, or to clean off the buggy before I touch it. Now I know those have been hard to come by, and you can easily make those with paper towels soaked in a bleach solution or some sort of antiseptic solution. And then when you come back to your vehicle, you need to clean up before you actually start touching stuff in your vehicle. And then every time you come back to your house, you need to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds before you start touching things and again, contaminating your own surfaces within your house.
Homemade Lysol wipes can be used in stores to grab your favorite products. Hattiesburg resident and USM professor Dr. Heather Houston has started to make her own masks for friends and family.
During our time at home, I've been making masks. So I have made masks for my husband, my son, and his wife that live out in Texas. I've had my children's friends have had some requests, so I've made a few extra for folks that I don't know.
Mayor Toby Barker signed an executive order on Thursday requiring all customers to wear masks into Hattiesburg businesses. Dr. Houston says making a mask can be easy, especially when commercial masks are hard to find right now.
The first thing you do when you make a mask is select your fabric. It's good to have a fabric count of 180 or above, or just the light test will do. If you hold it up to light and you can't see through it, it's thick enough, but you also want to make sure it's breathable so that you can breathe through it. I'm using sew-in interfacing because it's a little thicker than the iron-on interfacing that I had, and that acts as the filter. It's not removable, but these can be thrown in the washing machine.
To make the masks that I used, I went to Joann's Fabric. They have updated it a little bit to better match the CDC guidelines. And the pattern is still the same, but they have updated the video to share tips on how to make it fit better and the things that are recommended. There are also several other patterns that are available at Joann's Crafts online.
For Hub City TV, this is Hannah Houston.